Coming up tonight, President Trump fires Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
John Katko to serve his third term in New York District 24.
And a man commits suicide after murdering his estranged wife.
WTOP 10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Dan Corlett.
And I'm Brianna Watson.
President Donald Trump has officially fired Attorney General Jeff Sessions. In his letter to the White House Chief of Staff John Kelly, Sessions says he is submitting his resignation at the request of Kelly himself. Sessions' removal comes after the midterm elections, which saw that Republicans would maintain the control over the Senate.
Sessions' chief of staff will fill the void that Sessions leaves. Trump says in a tweet, quote, "We are pleased to announce Matthew G. Whitaker, chief of staff to Attorney General Jeff Sessions at the Department of Justice, will become our new acting Attorney General of the United States. He will serve our country well. We thank Attorney General Jeff Sessions for his service and wish him well. A permanent replacement will be nominated at a later date." John Katko has been reelected to represent New York's 24th congressional district. His Democratic competitor, Dana Balter, was a worthy opponent, but according to unofficial numbers from the New York State Board of Elections, she only received 114,000 votes to Katko's 129,000 votes. In Oswego County, Katko dominated the polls with 300,196 votes compared to Balter's 8,556 votes. This victory will commence Katko's third term in office.
SUNY Oswego announces a Canadian firm will bring pet licensing technology to the city of Syracuse. Bringing new jobs to Central New York, TWednesday, a Canadian software company, will develop custom pet licensing software for municipalities in partnership with SUNY Oswego. TWednesday plans to invest more than $93,000 and create at least 8 new jobs locally through the Startup New York program. SUNY Oswego President Deborah F. Stanley says, quote, "Our campus eagerly welcomes the partnership with TWednesday, particularly in the area of technology innovation. This is a core program area for our campus and potential pipeline for our students."
Way to go, Griffin. A promotional video from WTOP alum Griffin Bruce was highlighted at the National Student Electronic Media Convention in Seattle. The promo featured footage from WTOP from former students as well as current station occupants. It accented the progress and strides our student-run network has taken through the years. The video was created ahead of the 2017 school year where Bruce served as Vice President of Creative Services. The promotion came in 4th in its category with almost 1,000 total entries. Current general manager of the station, Melissa Wilson, says, "I was extremely proud of our campus to place within a category. Being able to go to Seattle and represent our station of 200-plus members and SUNY Oswego was exciting."
The theater department here at Oswego has something great stored for us, and Michael Jean is going to show you the behind the scenes of the upcoming play, Shape of Things.
SUNY Oswego Theater Department hard at work as they present their play by Neil LaBute, The Shape of Things.
Here at Waterman Theater in Tyler Hall, the production of Shape of Things premiered this Wednesday at 7:30 p.m.
In Neil LaBute's romantic drama, The Shape of Things, it contains much relatable information about identity, relationship, and morals. Here Cassandra Sloat and Adam Sommer and other castmates hard at work.
Good luck!
Maya Brown, director and assistant professor of theater, tells the significance of the play.
There are some special messages within the play. I would love for the audience to reflect on those things, what they think they are, so I don't want to give anything away. But I think the audience will definitely be challenged in their perspective of what beauty is, what art is, and how far is too far in creating art.
Staff Valerie and Ryan Shelby entailed their jobs and experience on set.
Like on my own before. The last show I designed costumes with Kitty. So this is my first time designing costumes on my own. And it was really fun. It was a lot of thinking, redoing stuff, but eventually I got a final product that I really liked.
It's an amazing show. The actors have put in so much work. Everyone here has put in just so much work, and it's going to be fantastic.
It's a great show. It is. This cast has worked so hard on the show. They have really put their all into the show and done some amazing work. And I feel like everybody can learn a little something from the show, and also people can relate to different parts of the show.
Like other people like it. It's kind of relatable in some ways, so And it's very funny, very funny.
Michael Jean reporting.
Shape of Things will go from November 7th to November 11th, so make sure you get those tickets. And to be completely honest, I wasn't really sure if I'm not sure if I knew this was going on at all, but it seems really cool. I mean, they had a lot of pride and excitement in their creative process and what they've gotten to do and put forward and give to us students. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's incredible. I love theater, so this is really just a cool thing to see on campus too. But also too, I love that it's also going to be talking about how far you're willing to go in relationships and how that changes you as a person. So I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to going to see it.
Yes, me too. In light of the recent violence leading up to the midterm elections, many Oswego students took a stand for an important change. Matt Green reports.
Our differences are what make us unique, and if we were all the same, we'd all be boring.
Several Oswego State students and faculty gathered in front of the Peace Memorial for a candlelight vigil last Friday to honor the victims of the synagogue attack in Pittsburgh. Many students and faculty will gather here in front of the Peace Memorial to send a strong message against anti-Semitism. The Student Association organized vigil was held shortly after the suspect of the Pittsburgh attack, Robert Bowers, pled not guilty for the 44 criminal charges held against him in court last Thursday.
That's why we were here tonight, to gather, to send a message of love and hope, and that hate is not welcome here.
Those who attended the vigil signed a poster that read "Stronger Than Hate" before gathering around the Peace Memorial to listen to statements and prayers read by various members of the campus community, including Sarah Nahama, Vice President of Jewish Life on campus.
I just want people, realize that anti-Semitism is still a big thing. We had like a 60% spike in anti-Semitic attacks in like 2017, which is crazy. And this week we also had a synagogue defaced in California.
As the issue of prejudice and gun violence in America is continuously discussed among politics, Student Association President Omar Van Reenen concludes the vigil with a statement that he wants all members of the Oswego State community to take to heart during the busy election season.
Most importantly, and show up to the polls on Tuesday and vote for the leaders who can push us forward and who can stand up and stand up for us and stand against hate and racism and anti-Semitism, and most importantly, gun violence, which is the root of this all.
Matt Green, WTOP 10.
To learn more about student association events, visit lakerlife.oswego.edu.
Anthony Saccone has avoided sentencing again. The Syracuse man is awaiting sentencing, and he will spend up to 30 years in prison. Saccone's newly appointed lawyer, Randall Scharf, wrote a letter to the Onondaga District Attorney citing his illness put him in a Cooperstown hospital. Saccone was drunk and high on cocaine when he hit 3 Onondaga Community College students back in February, and the Onondaga District Attorney William Fitzpatrick is skeptical of the timing of Scharf's illness. The DA believes Saccone will delay the sentencing as long as possible. He told the judge in court, quote, "If I sound skeptical that sentencing will happen on November 19th, it's because I am skeptical. The sentencing is scheduled to reconvene on November 19th.
A murder-suicide occurred in Stamford, New York. Troopers found 57-year-old Christopher German, along with his estranged wife, Lisa, dead inside her home. Police say German died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound from a .38 caliber revolver, but troopers did not say how she died. The couple leaves behind 3 children.
16-year-old Lamar Murray in Syracuse has been sentenced to 18 years in prison. The teenager was brought in on murder charges on December 8th, and the initial charge of murder was reduced to a manslaughter sentence, reducing the time to 18 years. Murray was identified as the leader of the Richmond Zoo gang, and his victim was a member of the 18th Street Gang. This just one instance stemming from the ongoing gang war in Syracuse. Coming up later tonight, an interview with SUNY Chancellor Christina M. Johnson.
And the Pentagon changes the name of the mission at the border.
But real quick, we're going to take a look at the weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Eric Johnson. Eric, how's it look?
Thanks, guys. Right now we're looking at temperatures across the region in the mid-40s. Our cool spot is up in Harrisburg at 38 degrees. Zooming out to the rest of the region, generally the same. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-40s. And the wind is the main story tonight, with the wind at 23 miles per hour with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour here in Oswego. As you work your way away from the lakeshore, the winds will decrease, though. And looking at our radar, we have a few lake effect rain and snow showers to the north, but mainly dry in Oswego. And for the rest of tonight, we're going to get down to around 35 with clouds, and that wind will continue throughout the night. So now we're going to go to break, and I'll have your full forecast coming up.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Storm Team 10 meteorologist Eric Johnson. Right now, as I said before, winds are between 15 and 25 miles per hour across the region. Along the lake, we're gusting up to 30 miles an hour. And looking at the radar, we have some lake effect rain and snow showers up to the north, but for Oswego, we're mainly dry. And looking at our temperatures, we are our high temperatures for today. We hit around 49 here in Oswego. Much of the rest of the region was in the mid 40s. And looking at tonight's lows, we are going to drop to around 40 degrees and 30s for the rest of the region. And for tomorrow, we'll be right around 43 here in Oswego and a little cooler to the north. And then looking at our futurecast, we have those lake effects, snow and rain showers sticking around throughout the night and into tomorrow. And then we will see a system moving into the area Friday morning with some snow actually coming into the area in Rochester and Buffalo. I think Oswego is going to stay mainly rain. And that rain will be moving through the region throughout the day Friday and tapering off later Friday night. And our weather headlines, we have breezy conditions tomorrow, a winter feel this weekend with a chance of lake effect snow this Saturday, and then another chance of snow actually on Tuesday. And our 7-day forecast, we are going to have some rain and snow this weekend, and then cooling down later this week. And now we're going to go to break.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. WTOP's own Joshua Holforth sat down this morning with SUNY Chancellor Christina M. Johnson discussing goals for the SUNY system and her vision for higher education in America.
Okay, we are here with Chancellor of the whole SUNY system, Dr. Christina M. Johnson. She's visiting the SUNY Oswego campus, and we're very happy to have you. We don't have much time, so I wanted to get right into it. And you have a really big position, you know, as the head of the SUNY system. It's one of the biggest positions in all of higher education in the United States and really in the world. You manage a lot of stuff. So if there was one thing that you could change about the entire higher education system in the United States with a snap of the finger, a blink of the eye, what would it be?
Wow, great question, Joshua. You've scared me now with saying this is a big job. I think the thing I'm most excited about is this concept of creating individualized education. So that every single student gets the kind of education they need when they need it to maximize who they can ultimately be and how they can make the best and biggest positive impact on society. You know, I think some of the biggest challenges from an intellectual perspective is if you look at the kind of careers that students that are going to be graduating in the next 5 years have and can have, they'll potentially be disrupted by machine learning, artificial intelligence, automation. So preparing our students, whether they're in liberal arts or in technology or other fields, to understand what those analytical tools can do for them to make them even better, I think is going to be our biggest challenge. So making sure that our students are prepared and either can create their own world through individualized education, or they can harness the worlds that other people are creating in order to be part of that future of work. So I think that's probably our biggest challenge. Every single student I meet is just so passionate about what they're doing. They love the individual campus that they're at. I think the faculty is equally dedicated, and the administration, it's all about that student-centeredness, those experiential learning opportunities, and I think that's pretty unique for a system that is this big. To have that one shared value is really pretty exciting.
Thank you.
That was really cool. I loved the conversation. The specialized education, the individualized education is one of the things that they talked about, and that's something that I've kind of read a little bit about. Particularly, she goes into talking about AI and tech in small space education, specializing it for people who go into these markets that aren't broad markets like business and broadcasting and communications. I think it was really awesome that she has that in mind and is talking about that openly.
Yeah, and it's honestly, it just shows that how much she cares about us, like finding jobs after college, because of course we study and are passionate about what we are studying. So I think it's really cool and such an honor that she was able to come down here and talk to us. So thank you, Chancellor Johnson.
Yeah, it was really awesome. Thanks for coming down.
Yes.
Moving on, according to CNN, the Pentagon is no longer calling the U.S. military mission on the southern border, quote, Operation Faithful Patriot. Instead, officials are opting to rebrand the President Trump deployment of more than 8,000 troops as, quote, border support. This change comes one day after the 2018 midterm elections. Pentagon spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Jamie Davis told CNN he could not provide a reason why the change has been made.
Neighbors of a 13-year-old North Carolina girl, Jamie Klaus, called 911 Monday morning to report she had been taken by a man who stole an SUV. The stolen SUV is believed to have been used in the kidnapping of another 13-year-old, Hania Aguilar, who was taken from outside of her home in Lumberton. Lumberton police and FBI are asking local residents with video surveillance systems to save the recordings and contact them. The FBI is offering a $15,000 reward for information that leads to Hania.
The leader of the Houthi rebels in Yemen has vowed his side will continue fighting despite the United States' call for a ceasefire. Violence in Hodeidah, which is one of Yemen's key port cities, is the worst it's been in months. Fighting between the U.S.-backed Arab allies and the Houthi rebels has increased since Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis called the ceasefire from both parties a week ago. Called for a ceasefire, I apologize. According to CNN, more than 100 civilians have died in the past week.
Efforts are continuing today to help free a principal and a teacher after they were kidnapped along with 78 students Monday morning from the Presbyterian Secondary School in Bamenda, Cameroon. The children were released on Tuesday amid separatist tensions in the country, but the reasons why the principal and the teacher are still being kept are unknown. No one has claimed responsibility for the abductions yet.
Coming up after the break in sports with Aaron Valentino giving you a rundown. You guys are watching WTOP 10 Nightly News.
My new dad teaches me all kinds of stuff.
I wouldn't use this one.
He helps me with my decision making.
Never.
And he's even teaching me how to drive.
And that's why cars have bumpers.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, no. And then she was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ryan just texted me.
Oh my god, what did he say?
Netflix and chill?
Netflix and chill, that's like so last year. It's all about WTOP movies on demand and chill.
You are so right.
Yo, bro, what's wrong?
Yo, bro. My girl left me, bro.
But why?
Because I don't watch WTOP 10 movies on demand.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Nightly News. I'm Aaron Valentino with your sports update. Oswego State Cheer is more than just the sideline cheers and pom-poms. David Marshall has the story.
Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The Oswego State Cheer Team is a passionate group of people. While cheer at Oswego is a club sport, that doesn't stop cheer president Delaney Kepner and the rest of the team from being competitive.
So although it's club, it's not like club soccer, club softball where there's another team above us. It's just us. So we do take it very seriously and we are very competitive.
Oswego Cheer is looking forward to upcoming competitions. Being able to sharpen the team's skills for the later part of the season is key to Kepner.
A couple other competitions. This year we're thinking about going to Buffalo, looking in Syracuse, maybe Albany, just to kind of get that experience before we do go to nationals and perform there.
Being president of the club isn't anything new to Kepner. Asked to do so as a sophomore, she faced some early struggles as a young leader of the team.
This is my second year being president. I actually started as a sophomore, which was really kind of difficult at first. My freshman year, a lot of the seniors graduated, and it kind of left a big gap for us. So someone needed to step up, and I was kind of one of those people who they wanted and spoke to me to step up and kind of take on that role.
Cheer Nationals are in Daytona, Florida, and are a clear goal for the squad.
Yeah, we're going back this year. And honestly, that's probably the highlight and what kind of drives us through the entire year. That's what we work towards every single day when we go to practice, even games. That's kind of an opportunity for us to practice for nationals.
For WTOP 10 Sports, I'm David Marshall.
The cheer team looks forward to kicking off their season. Oswego senior Katie Reynolds has been selected to the SUNYAC All-Conference First Team. This is her second All-Conference appearance, as last year she made the All-Conference Second Team. Reynolds was among conference leaders in goals with 15 and third in points with 37. As she stands as an all-time Laker, she's fifth in goals with 29 and 68 in points. Congratulations to Katie. More Lakers were honored by the SUNYAC this week, with the volleyball team members Allison Sullivan and Lauren Fye both receiving awards. Sullivan was selected to the SUNYAC Championship All-Tournament team and named to the second All-Conference team. Fye was given the Elite 20 award, which goes to the student athlete with the highest grade point average at the championship state. Congratulations to the Lakers on great seasons. Last night, the New York Rangers took on the Montreal Canadiens at the Garden, with the Rangers winning 5-3. Goals were scored by 5 different Rangers, with 3 of them coming off assists by Kevin Hayes. The Rangers improved to 7-7-1 on the season and are 6th in the Metropolitan Division. They take on the Red Wings Friday at 7:30. The New York Jets' season struggles continue, as today their promising young rookie quarterback Sam Darnold might be out a few weeks with a sprained right foot. Darnold was seen at practice today in, quote, a boot and street clothes. The Jets are 3-6 on the season and are really not going anywhere, so it's most likely that they're going to take their time before Sam Darnold comes back on the field. This also means on Sunday, when the Jets face the Buffalo Bills, it'll be a battle of the backup quarterbacks, as Josh McCown will take on Bills' Nathan Peterman.
Finish. There you can see
Tonight we're going to do a little bit of Duke in Kentucky. There you see Zion Williamson and P.J. Washington. At the beginning of the game, Zion showing off that range for 3. He's got it. And he's going to make it 11-4 Duke early on in the game. Now it's R.J. Barrett driving down the court. He slams it in and gives Duke a 12-point lead. R.J. hyped up after that one. Now it's White stealing the ball away. Williamson comes back in and slams it. Look at the replay there, throwing it down with such authority. And Duke is now up 29-10 on Kentucky. Now R.J. Barrett, he wants more highlights for 3. He's got it. Puts Duke up by 20. Kentucky trying to get back in the game. Here comes Johnson driving in with the layup. He's got it. And now they're down by 12. But Duke wasn't over, as R.J. Barrett slams it in. Duke would go on to win this game 118-84.
That Duke team is going to be a problem. Wow. That's about going to do it for us tonight. That's all that we have. Stay tuned for our shows afterwards. On behalf of the crew and everybody on the desk, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a great night, everybody.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
Want to watch a movie? Go to WTOP10.com and select Movies on Demand. You can find some of your old favorites and some new ones too. And it's free on campus. Watch and enjoy.
I'm Anthony Citron, and for one view a day, you can help producers at WTOP get the recognition they deserve for their work. For just 30 minutes a day, you can help these students make sure their work does not go unnoticed. Please, click the link below and help these students get the recognition they deserve. All it takes is one view a day.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments,